here. Hello? What the fuck is that? Oh shit! Oh god! Guys! Alright guys, sorry I've been on hiatus. I've gotten some crazy projects that I'm working out, but videos are coming out, I promise. And we have a bigger project. I'm moving to bigger things. Don't worry, I'm gonna still be doing videos on this channel, but make sure you keep an eye out for my next channel. Alright? It's gonna be a whole music channel, so if you guys could please show your support and go on there and make sure you look for Blood Horizon. This is what it's going to be called. My music is going to be put on there. It's just going to be a whole bunch of just heavy metal, all that fun stuff, you know. So if you guys love that, make sure you go check it out. All right? So make sure you like, subscribe, and get into this video with me. Grab your popcorn. It's going to be a good one. Let's hit it. Alright, so in this one, got some news that Blumhouse has picked up a new project and it's going to be making The Blair Witch. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a continuation of the last one we got, or is it going to be a remake from the first one that came out. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited. I liked the first movie. The second one was okay, and then we had that little, like, I don't know, it was like a YouTube like fan movie to me. You know, I watched a little bit of it, and it didn't sit well. So it was like whatever. But the first one, the Blair Witch Project, blew everybody away. You know, it was like one of those first movies that gave the idea of like found footage or videotaping, just straight on camera, you know, inspired Paranormal Activity, and went on to inspire As Above, So Below, you know, just it inspired movies like that. You know, we picked up just a camera and a group of kids that go out in the woods, and that's where things pop off. You know, if you haven't seen the movie, I would go see it, or I would check it out. You know, it's not in theaters anymore, obviously, but I would definitely check it out. Yeah, no, this movie was all psychological. It was all in your head. You know, they start hearing sounds. You know, they start finding witchery everywhere. You know, you had those like little crosses with. It was like a doll, but made of sticks. You know, you never see the witch in this one. You know, like I said, it's all psychological. It's all in your head. They want you to really step into the world of being alone, out in the dark, with nobody but just yourselves. You know, they end up getting lost, and it came out with the game. The game is very fun. I love that game. Um, Now there is theories on what the witch is doing to you, especially in the game. Um, she can manipulate time. She can change the forest up, which is why you never get out. You get lost. Um, you know, these guys had a map. You know, it's not technological as advanced as we have it now, but they had a map back then, and you know, she changed it so that they couldn't get out. And in the game, it's manipulation of time, where you're stepping into, as soon as you step into the woods, you're into a different world where your other self is like hours or days ahead of you, and you're just coming into it, you know. And that's the theory on what she does with with the 2 movies that came out. That the second movie, the Blair Witch Project, where it was just called the Blair Witch, she was manipulating time, you know. In that one, they wake up and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and it's still nighttime, and the group of people that let them out there are saying they've been out there for days now. They have no idea what time is anymore, you know. One of them ends up becoming the servant, and in the game you find out that the guy that's messing with you is you. If you there's two endings. There's the good and the bad ending, and games seem to be like that nowadays, where you get a good ending. There's like 5 different stories, but anyway, so yeah, manipulation of time. She can control the forest. It is her forest. You know, the story is that a guy, I forget the guy's name, but the guy goes in back then, takes a group of kids, and is hearing the witch. You know, the witch went into, as a little girl, went into the woods. So the backtrack is, the story is that this little girl went into the woods. She comes out a few days later and she's all messed up. And then something happened, and then a guy takes a group of kids. He all makes them stand in the corner, which is why you see them standing in the corner. If you don't see the witch, you're safe, you know. But she has a way of making you look and you're dead. And that's how that story got brought up. And the group of kids end up, you know, wanting to know what the story was about. So they end up going into the woods. They get lost. You know, they get messed with, and then they end up dying. And then the second movie is where he finds his sister's footage, goes in, and they end up dying. You know, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's gonna be a continuation, if it's gonna be a remake, if it's gonna lead into any other story. You know, we'll find out. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for the support. Make sure you stay tuned. Like I said, another channel is gonna be starting real soon. Like I said, it's just music, no videos, just music. So stay in tune, guys. More videos to come. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one. If you like this video, give it a like, click that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.